has purposely participated in bouts with no reasonable path to victory, displayed lack of a competitive effort, and is unjustifiably matched against far more skilled opponents. Basically fight fixing. This guy is getting paid to go in pad people's careers. So as of recording 3 days ago, Andrew Tate had his boxing match with Chase DeMoor under the Misfits promotion, and this was a slop fest. There was little skill displayed on both sides and just generally uneventful and not worth anyone's time really. So the reason for this fight happening was because Andrew Tate recently just became part owner of the Misfits promotion. So I guess there were two reasons for fighting in it. One, obviously look at the attention it got. Between no UFC happening and then Andrew Tate having a big name to capitalize off of, this was like perfect timing for the promotion to get lots of promotion, which it certainly worked, right? Because it seems like lots of people tuned in for this one. It was all over my social media feeds. But then also another reason is to test the level of competition within the promotion as well. So going into the fight, Andrew Tate was a minus 550 favorite, and that's according to Tapology. I think he was a bigger favorite in other places, like minus 800, which means that you have to pay out $800 to get $100 profit, meaning there's no value on him. I don't know this Chase DeMoor guy that he was fighting. No one does, so nobody really thought anything of the betting lines being like that. And Andrew Tate hypes up his skill all the time. There's great sparring footage of him, you know, and he's looking super slick with the hand, and he's being very cerebral in the way he fights and discusses the fighting. It wasn't until after the fight that it came to my attention that Andrew Tate's record, his kickboxing record, was 76-9, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 76-9 with 76 knockouts. But that's misleading though, because you can't really find out how many pro bouts Andrew Tate had, because according to this says KB Pro 7 bouts. This says MMA 1-0. And then it's like, I'm looking at the Tapology here and like, this is not 79 fights, is it? 2, 3, 3, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so that's not 76. So that's just weird. But I was like, okay, what's this Chase DeMoor guy's record, right? You go check his record. This says pro boxing career 5-2. Like, that's a trash record. But granted, the guy is, like, as far as I'm concerned, was not very popular prior to the fight, right? He was on the TV show Love Island, and I guess that's his claim to fame prior to this. Yeah, I was like, okay, trash record, 5-2. And then that's really what made me want to investigate Andrew Tate's kickboxing record, because it makes no sense and it's so fraudulent. Let's go through the promotions. So this is the Tapology page, right? Tapology is mostly used for MMA. So here is the opponents and the type of fight it is. And then in the middle, we have the promotion right here. And then on the right is the promotions logo. And I just want to look at this. So what are some of these? Like, what is Boxing Challenge 16? We click on it. There's nothing. What the frick? There's nothing here, bro. Like, what? Doesn't even actually say the promotion. Like, where is this coming from? Yeah, look, it literally says right there, promotion, NA. In fact, this was its only kickboxing bout. What? So that just looks funny. I'm sure that guy's record's good. We're definitely not going to take a look at that after. KO Masters 8. This actually looks professional. You know, a lot of these are legit though, like this Infusion. Infusion is actually pretty legit. And I think it was only better back then. And then just doing some basic like Googling about it, I found like there was this guy, Superborn Singha Maiwan, a guy from Thailand, who actually went on to become the One Championship featherweight kickboxing champion. And the guy has 700,000 followers on Instagram. So I guess this Infusion isn't that bad of a promotion, right? It has other people with some decent following too. And then the other promotion that you'll see Andrew Tate that fought on is Iska, which this one is really trash. I can't find too much on it. These are the notable fighters from there, and there's no one really of note here. Like, they're all hovering around like the 100K mark, which I guess is okay for a pretty random promotion. I'd like to point out this Reddit comment I did. They straight up lie about fighters' records and very low level of competition. You can do your first fight ever and fight for their title. You can even have lost your last 2 fights and still fight for the title. That promotion means nothing. That's the promotion Andrew Tate fought for. So I think you're already starting to see the image I'm trying to portray here of Andrew Tate's pro kickboxing career. Pretty fluff so far. Now let's get into like the meat and potatoes of this. The individual fighters that Andrew Tate fought. Going down the list from most recent to least recent, we got this guy. Let's click on his thing. Doesn't even display in the top right. Only fight recorded is Andrew Tate, which was also his last fight, retirement fight. Literally everything says not applicable. Like, I wonder what happens if we Google his name. Oh, we can watch this guy get knocked out by Andrew Tate. Oof. This guy just looks like he's in here for fun. What is going on?
pregăti bine acel genunchi cu tot, l-a ținut de cap adversar, ceea ce am spus să facem și noi frumoasă și cred că a trebuit să încerce și de pasul ăsta adversarului genunchi în prost. Exact. Acolo a putea să pună cu genunchi la lor, genunchi între cei doi și Bian Sora sunt primate pe Belfort. Este arbitrul în această seară.
Oh my gosh! Yo, that was actually kind of a sick knockout. But like, bro, the guy is flubby. He has man boobs. He has love handles. And he's throwing these winging overhands. You know, he's just really in there for fun, right? And the thing is, Andrew Tate was still getting fucking touched, you know? This was his last fight before the Chase DeMoor fight. I'm glad we watched that. But that was hilarious, the way the guy was slumped over the freaking ropes. Anyways, moving down the list. Let's check this guy's record. 1 and 2. And this guy's also Romanian. And his last fight was Andrew Tate. Like, I'm getting the impression these guys are just fighting for fun. But like, this is late into Andrew Tate's career, and this is who he's fighting. People who are doing it for fun, who are like 1 and 2. If you're this far into your kickboxing career, you'd think you would be in a nicer promotion, fighting a higher level of competition since you worked your way up, right? Now we move on to the funniest thing of Andrew Tate's record. This guy has a record of 13-0, and Tapology states this fighter has been found by Tapology to have engaged in activity which does not conform to combat sport standards, has purposely participated in bouts with no reasonable path to victory, displayed lack of a competitive effort, and is unjustifiably matched against far more skilled opponents. Basically fight fixing. This guy is getting paid to go in and pad people's careers, which makes me think of like nepotism for Andrew Tate. This is just pure speculation, but like maybe Andrew Tate's kickboxing career was just like daddy's money, feeding him random people, using his connections to get him in these promotions. I'm gonna speed run these next guys, but look, boom, this guy, his only 3 fights are all Andrew Tate over a 4-year period, and then he retired. Then we got this guy who was 42 years old when Andrew Tate fought him. Granted, at least this guy has an actual record, but there's a lot of red on it. But it's weird because you go to the top of the Tapology page and nothing even is there for the record. You look, yet another fighter whose only fight was Andrew Tate. No other information. And just speed running these, here's another one. This guy's only fight, Andrew Tate. This guy actually has 2 fights. Again, this guy had 2 fights, both of them Andrew Tate, and apparently he has a win over him. What? Forget Marab. We got this guy. This guy's the real machine with a 13-21-3 record. Good win, Andrew Tate. But hey, this guy's still fighting somewhat recently, man. Last boxing match was December last year. This is the last one I'm gonna cover because I think you guys get the point. But we got Andrew Tate win TKO first round. Let's watch this. So this is Andrew Tate in the American flag shorts. I guess he's wearing the American flag because he was born there, I think, and he also fought there. This fight was in 2012.
Fancy work his game from well. He's seen a weakness with Andrew maybe there with the knees. Just needs to keep that midsection pulling the knees. Get away.
Oh, look at that. That was like.
Needs to do something to stop that clinch work. It needed there, Ben. First 8 count. It's only round 1, but 30 seconds left. Is he down?
But that's so funny. Why is the ref not waving it off as if he's gonna stand back up? That's so weird. That's so funny because the ref is making such a stupid mistake. He should have just waved it off right away. But it's like, man, this obviously seems like a decent promotion. This is from the from one of the 2 actual legit promotions I mentioned, or legit promotions I mentioned. But it's like, man, this ref, I was watching that. You can tell he's like doing this for like a weekend side job compared to refs in modern day like MMA, where it's a full-time job. They're traveling all over the world to different promotions. Honestly, that was a really nice knockout. Good for that guy. Let's see, where is he at now? Had a Muay Thai fight. Lost a decision 2 years later and never fought again. So back to Andrew Tate being such a big favorite. I just want to play this clip of Chase DeMoor and watch it with you guys. What he's talking about, because this is like a little bit of like a life lesson right here.
Probably got the sort of you know, odds that they came out with originally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it kind of just goes to show you, like, people think that they know something that they know nothing about. It's kind of like when you want to talk like your religion or politics or this or that with people that just base everything that they know on either A, chat GPT, or B, you know, Twitter. And I think the thing is like Tate is the only person. He did a full camp, you know, 3 months, and he trained really hard for it. And he was tough as nails. Don't get me wrong, that guy was tough.
I just feel like that is such a good life lesson, man. Like, people really need to put the ego aside and also do some, not independent research. I'm not asking anyone to do that or suggesting anyone do that, but I just think that it's like we really need to stop looking for other people's opinions, because people have their biases. In my UFC hive mind video, if that's out by now, I discussed this as well. But it's like, yeah, people need to just think for themselves, because people have their own biases, right? I just also want to say, like, I think, like, I have a lot of respect for Andrew Tate doing this, because Andrew Tate is an aura farmer, right? Like, what color is your Bugatti? That is, like, that was such a popular meme. For his career, he relies a lot on his, like, image and his perception. And so I think to go out there and, like, put it all on the line like he did here is, like, super commendable. And you're not gonna see anyone say this. Like, the only narrative you'll see online is people just, like, hating on the guy for losing and making fun of him, the fact that he's coping, which I guess it's okay to make fun of someone for coping, right? Don't be a sore loser. Okay, first of all, people aren't putting themselves out like this. And second of all, Andrew Tate had so much to lose in terms of aura for this, right? I think everyone should have respect for this, right? Because, you know, look at like Playboy Cardi, for example. So someone like Playboy Cardi, he also relies a lot on his aura for his career, right? Part of his mystique. He took a lot of risks and trailblazing to do that, so he kind of has earned the right. But since the release of his latest album, he's played it so safe in the aura farming stuff, and I feel like people can really sense this inauthenticity. And, like, I don't think Cardi has lost any, like, favor with people or his fans. It's just, like, I feel like people can sense this, you know? This is not something you'll see people discuss. But yeah, I hope you guys, like, found some value in the stuff I said in this video. And I hope I got you guys just thinking, you know? Look into stuff when something happens if you care about it at all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And please make sure to comment and like for the algorithm if you want to support me. And also subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.